everybody, it's a music girl here again, bringing you definitions and all that kind of stuff. Today's definition is the word divine. The word divine can be defined as belonging to or proceeding from a god, holy, excellent in the highest degree, one skilled in divine things, a minister of the gospel, a theologian, to foresee or foretell as if divinely inspired to guess, to profess or practice divination. So as you can all see, the word divine has lots of definitions. Now, let me tell all of you a little story. There once was a little girl called Miss Divine. And she had no other name except Miss Divine, because you know what they say. She who is divine needs no mortal name. So this little girl called Miss Divine grew up to be a big girl. And she was still called Miss Divine. And this Miss Divine thought to herself that, well, she was going to have some fun in this very mundane world. So she decided to bring to life many people whom she thought was fun. And then she started doing these little sketch films. In fact, she keeps on doing these little sketch films, much to the dismay of many. But some are quite happy with these little sketch films. And she keeps on working on this. In fact, years passed, and winters passed, and summers passed, and she was always working on this. Some people have wondered, well, why is she doing this? What does she hope to get? And what has she gotten? Well, she hasn't gotten anything of material value, if that is what people feel is the prime motivation to do any kind of form of art. But what she has gotten is more of something along the lines of a spiritual blessing. In fact, the more little sketch films that she does, the more blessings that she receives, because each little film that she finishes is like a little blessing. And sometimes she gets even more happier when a few people out there actually like watching her little films. And that's after a while when many and hundreds of people start seeing these films. And out of all those hundreds of people, a handful, a tiny amount, start liking these sketch films. Then Miss Divine smiles because she's happy. Because somewhere out there she has managed to reach an audience. But not an ordinary kind of audience, a very strange, unusual kind of audience. A kind of audience that you will not normally find sitting in front of the television. The Miss Divine audience is a very special audience. And it only comprises of very selected human beings. Because you see, sometimes an occasional member of the human race sometimes stumbles across the Miss Divine show. By accident, usually when they're flipping or something like that. And then they're like, not quite sure what to think of it. Sometimes they just completely ignore everything that she does. And they never watch the program again. But there are those that actually see something in this little program or in her little sketch films. And those people that actually see something are actually very different people. They're not the commoners. They're not the ordinary people. They're actually people with exploring minds who are very open to see what's new and different. Wouldn't it be great if everybody in this world was like that? Who had very inquiring minds and were open to the works of Miss Divine? Well, thankfully there are a few people like that. So Miss Divine is actually very happy that she has encountered these few people. And she knows that if her work has reached these few people, then if she keeps at it, doing it every day, it might reach even more people. So many might wonder, what does Miss Divine want to do for the rest of her life? Is she really going to want to do this for the rest of her life? Why, yes. Miss Divine wants to do these sketch films for the rest of her life. And she wants to act all of these characters for the rest of her life. Even if she becomes a really, really, really old lady. So don't worry. You're always going to be seeing something divine in the future. As long as you live. So what is the purpose of this whole speech? It's not really a speech. It's just a definition, like a thought. Kind of like a little story. So, that's the story of Miss Divine. I'll continue saying little stories about Miss Divine, but for now, I think this is quite good.